A sleepy commuter town near Glasgow has suffered almost 30 fire attacks since 2021. Premises in Bothwell in South Lanarkshire have been targeted, with many failing to reopen. Well, I'm standing outside Nell & Co, which was the last premises in Bothwell to be firebombed back in October. Just beside that is the old San Vincenzo restaurant, which was firebombed 3 times and ram-raided twice in a space of just 3 years. The figures were released by Police Scotland under Freedom of Information. Other venues to be hit include the nearby Cut Steak restaurant, which was also badly damaged by another suspected petrol bomb in September. 2 years ago, the village's De Luciano restaurant, also on Main Street, was destroyed by late-night firebomb attacks. Last month, Hugh O'Donnell, the owner of 3 of the fire-bombed restaurants, Nell & Co, Cut and De Luciano, said he was mystified as to who was behind the attacks. O'Donnell claims he cannot work out why the business, run by his wife Marion and his daughters, have been targeted. The 67-year-old was jailed for 6 months in 2006 for running a brothel in Glasgow's West End. He was a well-known figure in the city, with links to the Seventh Heaven lap dancing club, and rubbed shoulders with a rich and famous as a racehorse owner. However, in an interview in October, the businessman said, "It's fair to say that I may have had certain associations 20 years ago, but my life is very different now. I'm a pensioner and I'm very interested in a quiet life." The fire bombings in Bothwell have even been raised in the Scottish Parliament by Scottish Conservative MSP Megan Gallagher at First Minister's Questions earlier this month.
Residents of Bothwell and my region have been left shaken by the spate of targeted firebombing attacks on restaurants within the area. 4 premises have been targeted by arson attacks over the last 6 years, with 2 taking place in September. Those living in Bothwell have expressed fear and frustration, with one individual saying it feels like it's becoming a no-go area socially. There are now empty plots where restaurants once stood. Jobs have been lost and families have been impacted by recent events. Bothwell residents deserve answers, but they also deserve reassurance. So what reassurance can the First Minister give to my constituents that these events are being taken seriously by Police Scotland, and will he ask for the relevant Minister to make inquiries to ensure that all information that can be made public is being circulated within the community?
However, Hugh O'Donnell is not the only Bothwell resident who has been targeted in the past few years. In May 2021, a Range Rover and Mercedes were torched outside the home of businessman and former nightclub owner James Mortimer. The attack happened after his neighbour had his £260,000 Rolls-Royce destroyed in an earlier blaze. That same month, a luxury garden bar at the Bothwell home of another businessman, Alan McRae, was also set on fire. But Police Scotland have ruled out any link between the fire bombings and recent gangland violence across Glasgow and Edinburgh, which has resulted in 62 arrests under Operation Portalage. Chief Inspector Sarah MacArthur of Police Scotland said, "We understand these incidents in Bothwell may be worrying for the local community, but I want to offer reassurance that we believe these fires were targeted and there is no wider risk to the public. The investigation into the circumstances surrounding these willful fires is ongoing. Detectives are carrying out extensive inquiries to identify and trace those involved, and we urge anyone with information to contact us."